Alright, what I have here is a Rosewill 3.5-inch SATA to USB 2.0 and e-sata external hard drive enclosure. So I'll be testing this out on a Western Digital 500 gig hard drive that I have as a spare. So yeah, I'll do an open box, check it out, and install the hard drive. Alright, here we go. We've got our little screws taped to the lid. So yeah, that's a start. And a little instruction manual. And the actual enclosure itself. Put that there. And then this is the bracket and power cord and all that. So I'm going to get them out of the packaging here and we'll check them out. Alright, I'll get a little bit of light on the action here. So here on the back side you've got your USB and e-sata connections along with the power connection. And then you've got your on and off switch right here. So go ahead and open this up. It's actually not mounted yet. And this is your connection for the hard drive. So also here's your cables, your SATA cable and your e-sata cable as well. And the bracket. So, alright, here's my hard drive. It's an older Western Digital. It used to be an operating system boot drive, and it's since been replaced with a solid state drive, so I no longer need this. So I'll get this out of the package here. There we go, Western Digital 500 gig, SATA 32 megabyte cache, and this is dated October 1st of 2009, so it's a bit old but still working great. And so what I'm going to do now is get ready to connect the connections here to the connections on the bracket for the external enclosure. Alright, so as you noticed, the connections are pretty much right there. I think my hand's big enough I can do this with one hand. And yeah, I think they are connected. I'll double check here, hold on. Yep, they are, and looks like we've got a couple holes that line up, so I'm going to go ahead and get the screws and get ready to mount them. Alright, just screwing the mounting screws in to keep the connections in place. Pretty simple here. So, yeah, that keeps it from getting disconnected. Alright, and just an FYI, 2 sets of screws. There were short ones I've already used, 2 long ones, and 2 mid-size. The short ones are used for mounting the bracket to the bottom mounting screws of the hard drive itself to keep the connection connected. So now I think we're ready to go ahead and slide this into the enclosure. Alright, the hard drive is in, and as you can maybe tell, there are the side mount screws of the hard drive that line right up with the outer shell of the case, and that's what those long screws are for. So we'll go ahead and mount that in there to keep the hard drive from sliding back out. Alright, side screws are in. And now the black screws will hold the base plate on the back here against the enclosure. So I'll go ahead and get those in next. Alright, screws are in. So now we're ready to go ahead and pop it in the little bracket there. Just slides in, slides out, doesn't really mount. So yeah, now we'll go ahead and connect it up with the USB and the power cord here and connect it up to the computer and test it. Alright, got my cables connected to my Dell here. So everything's sitting there. I don't have it turned on yet, but we're ready to go ahead and do that now. So stand by. There we go. You're kicking on. Yep. Yeah, it's detected. Installing device driver. You can do it. Alright. Yep, my old RVR2 500 gig. Alrighty then, that's it. So, yep, a little blue light, LED light tells you it's on. So, sweet. tests good. Enclosure is pretty solid, made of aluminum, and this costs about 20 bucks on Newegg for those curious. Only thing I don't like is there's no place for ventilation, so I kind of prefer, you know, having a little bit of ventilation or, you know, air blowing on that to kind of keep it cool, because hard drives do produce heat and can overheat and fail. So I guess for this type of enclosure, I would probably, you know, wouldn't run it more than a few hours, and, you know, turn it off when you're done. So, which I'll probably do here in just a minute. So there you go. For those curious, a Rosewill aluminum hard drive, external hard drive enclosure. So thanks for watching.